What's going on? We're going to do another video today. We actually have ran across, I got to figure out where I put it, a ton of pallets. And Korbin's room has this wall that is just atrocious. At least it got OSB on it, so I'm not even going to bother taking it off. We got a ton of pallets, so we're going to use all the pallet wood from it. And we've actually borrowed a air compressor here and a 18 gauge brad nailer, so we got a free project we're about to put on here. Really all we got to do is go get some more pallets. I don't think we quite have enough yet, so hey, stay tuned, hang out with us for a little bit. You know, we try our best to have fun on some of these projects. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, this one is gonna take us forever, like literally forever. But hey, hang out with us for a little bit, and let's see how this thing turns out. I spied with my little eye pretty decent pallet over here, so worked quite nicely. This is a fantastic pallet. This ought to work. It's actually a pretty cool little neighborhood. These houses are really nice, but dang, they are so close together. I mean, they're like really close together. Look at this. That's one house. That's the other house. I ain't living here. Somebody hear you pass gas in this neighborhood. We legit hit the mother lode. We came across a perfect pallet here. I mean, this thing is pristine, and it's actually it's already pre-faded. Not as much as I wanted to, but we'll get to that hopefully a little bit. But we ran into all these other ones too. It was raining. We just had Hurricane Ida come through. Actually, it's Tropical Storm Ida for us. So there was a ton of empty job sites. No one was out working, and I went scavenging like a dang rat or a raccoon or something and started picking up some pallets, and we got one completely broke apart. I totally got tired of doing this, so I'm using slave labor. Slave labor for the win. Well, I've also got this long, here, you can use this long pry bar, that might help. Since you're not as strong, it might help you get a little bit more leverage, but it's not as wide, so, and it doesn't have an as, all right, working a little bit better for you. Perfect. We are starting on this thing today. And we've got a couple of boards up there. This is actually our first cut, so instead of getting all long-winded about it, figured we'd go ahead and get started. Like a glove. Nice. What you think, Korbin?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. I think it'll be all right. One row down, like 30 to go. Today we were able to make a ton of progress. And we're still not finished though. Of course not. But we were able to completely finish. We had done from top kind of down there, and so now this entire side here is done. Really, really hard part though was getting down to where the trim is. And I did my best because I didn't want to pull the trim off or this cord around. But, you know, if I had a certain tool, I probably could have just cut a straight line. But see, each one of these planks are different thicknesses. So there still would have been a gap. And I am going to come back and put another board here to hide the floor. But Overall, I'm pretty happy. We're gonna have some fun cutting around this thing here. So for this, I'm gonna do the same thing I did for the top. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the piece to the right length and then just butt it up here. And since this side's kind of the crappy side, we'll cut it, but we're gonna mark where the end of this is at. And then I'm gonna measure to see, I can already tell this is not gonna be, this side sticks, this board is it's bowed really badly, and I might need to go back and fix that if I can. But this cut's going to be kind of funny, so looks like we got about 5/8 of an inch on this side and about 11/16 on that side. So what we're going to do is go cut that, and then I'm going to draw a line here, use a saw to get the cut started, and I'll finish it with a handsaw. Really easy. You're witnessing something truly amazing. George is really getting him some loving. He's no longer afraid of me, which is crazy. Tell him, George. Say hi, George. Handsome devil. All right, where were we? Okay, so we got our line measured out. Do it this way so you can see. We're gonna go from there to there. And so basically we're gonna use the handsaw as much as possible. A lot easier to control that. Trusty Dusty here will finish off the rest. Just to make sure we got a nice, straight, accurate cut. Once you get both sides of that, flip it over this way. Then you can finish that cut. Well, not entirely terrible. It fit okay. When you do have a slight gap here, and I was trying everything to make sure you couldn't see through anything, and you can kind of see the electrical box just a little bit back there, but I don't know. Probably as good as it's gonna get. All right, we are working on the bottom trim piece for that gap. And I thought instead of doing an actual plank here, why not use these actual supports or whatever you call them. Every pallet's usually got 3, sometimes they have 2. We've already gotten one of them off on a different pallet, so this ought to be okay to, boy, that thing is warped. Holy moly. Yeah, we might have to cut this in half. So once that's done, get rid of this all together. We've got the little pry bar I've been using the whole time. And this stuff's already kind of splintered. You can really just start prying on it, just get all that out of there. And then it leaves the nails that are exposed. And we're just gonna yank those out. That was pretty straight. That's just a piece of wood. It's just a little burr. I thought about sanding these, but I don't know, I didn't sand anything else. So if Korbin gets a splinter, I guess he should have just been more careful, huh? You gotta be straight with these kids, you know, don't give no outs. You want them to be tough adults and all that. You gotta be tough on them as kids, right? Okay, I think we're ready to install these two. Take a measurement real quick. We'll cut the bowed one. And I think that's it. We will have to notch it for that quarter round, so we'll see how that turns out. Alrighty, the day has finally arrived. The entire wall is done and our trim is complete. this is just gonna have to suffice. I'm satisfied. Well, for a free project, totally free project, I couldn't be happier. Everything turned out great. Korbin loves the wall. The boss is happy I finally finished the project. And you know, we appreciated hanging out with you guys. By all means, give us a like and subscribe. We have grown the channel 100% this year. So we definitely appreciate hanging out with you guys, putting this stuff together. And we'll see you on the next one. Take care.